Well, g'day everybody. It's a Friday here in Les Sables. Beautiful blue sky day. Not a cloud in the sky. The mini fleet here, the crazy class 650 mini Transat is on. Starts tomorrow actually, but I won't. I don't know whether I'll get out to the start because I didn't launch the rib. Anyway, but it's pretty mind-boggling on the marina. So and I said I'd come up when we had 4 boats out there, but we've got so much going on, and I've got a new plan to get updates from entrants, and it's really working. And I've got so many updates to read already that I thought, okay, I'll come up today and say good day. And those that are here, we can tell you what's happening on the process of getting reports. So everything's pretty much the same as previous. We'll do the tracker update and so on, but basically now what we've asked the entrants to do is twice a week, and there's a bit of a roster for the days that they'll report in. Twice a week, we've asked them or their manager to send us a 40 to 50 word update, okay, on a WhatsApp group. And the plan is that when I've done the tracker update, I'll read the WhatsApp messages from the entrants. So there's going to be 3 entrants a day maybe that'll send us messages. But I've got a backlog because we put it up 2 days ago, and I've got a heap of messages here. So we'll go through that. It's been a pretty impressive stopover, I believe. I think they've all the entrants have had a good time. They're all too busy to sort of call in and do a live or anything, but that's fine. That's exactly what I'd be doing. And the weather's been a mixed bag. They've had a couple of days of rain and beautiful weather and all that sort of stuff. My favourite photo for the whole thing is this one here. This is a classic. That was Eric. When he said that, I said, what the hell? Where'd they get that bike from? And obviously they're on the main island over the other side. And Eric and Ayrton went electric biking around the island, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, plenty of stories coming from that. It was obviously a challenging entry with the weather. It all piped up as quite a few of them came in. I think you'll know that Pila got into a bit of needed a bit of help to get out of her anchor rope wrap up around the keel, and Dan had a similar one, but Renault helped him out, could hang back in the entry. The others had challenging situations, but they were happy to finally get in, and the reports that are coming back, they did some crazy stuff, so it's all good. And now the first guys are away. Renault got away yesterday. Dan got away shortly after, and Kerry's now underway, and Pila's about to leave, which is the last little bit of paperwork for us that she's got to do, and then she can leave. We have a sheet, okay, that their manager has to liaise with the entrant, and it's called the port departure sheet, and this is for us. So they got to tick all the boxes. Yes, I've got the food and water. Yes, the AIS is working. Yes, the communications are working. Yes, the first aid kit is all secure. Yes, they've downloaded their photos and videos. Yes, 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 yes. And as long as they tick all the boxes, then we sign them off and they're ready to go. So it's not like a green card, but it's very important for us to know when they leave exactly what their status is. Now, I actually haven't seen Kerry's. Kerry sent one. Jane got it. But he may well have marked that his main VHF at the top of the mast isn't working, which we know about. He's still got handhelds, so it's still safe. So that's the... Anyway, Pila hadn't put that in. She wanted to go on today. Where's your post report? So she'll be underway shortly, and then it'll be about a day, I think, before Adam takes off, because we've compressed the fleet. If you forgot that, the first boats had 12-day stopover, the first 4, and the rest have got a 10-day stopover. Just pulls them a little bit closer together. So their positions on the water, when you're looking at it, you've got to remember the first 4 have actually got they're actually 2 days ahead. So just bear that in mind. But everything looks good. I haven't looked at the forecast at the moment, except for the fact that it looks windy. And generally, the long range I looked at previously is showing the first week or so to be pretty much traditional trade wind routes. And then slowly but surely, they'll move out of the Australian Rescue Coordination Centre zone of responsibility, and they move over into Mauritius and then over into South Africa and all that sort of stuff. So we're just about to send them the safety book, so they're in the loop as well. This leg is a bit more demanding. We've required a few more things in relation to safety. We've asked their managers and so on to report a summary list of daily contacts. All the entrants have to contact their managers once a day religiously, and if they haven't contacted them by the second day, the manager's got to report that to us, and we'll follow it through from there. Or even earlier, if the situation looks a bit iffy, if they're in a big weather and all of a sudden they don't pop up the first, for 24 hours, we'd look at that as well. So that's about it. So we can get on to the tracker and just show you what's going on to start with, and that'll be an eye-opener for me as well. So you're on the tracker and I'm on the tracker, and the colours are a bit average because it's dirty weather. It's getting into that yellowy, so it's plenty of breeze. This is sort of suggesting it's 20, 25, maybe even gusting a little bit higher. If we come back from that, we'll see they're just in a bit of a patch. So there's this stronger wind patch, and the rest of it's the green, obviously, is sort of 15 to 20, 3 metre seas. This yellow patch could be up into the slight purple. So let's have a look at the waves. Oh, jeepers, big time purple. So, okay, I haven't looked at this yet. Let's just scan back and have a look. Yep, typical Indian Ocean stuff. It's bigger swells because this is the engine. That's interesting. I don't know whether you can detect this on your phone or whatever, but in the colour zone, yes, there's a darker purple here, but you can see a distinct southwesterly pattern there, and here it's coming around to be close to west, but down here there's a northeasterly pattern. There's some real confusion going on here. The same here, this deeper patch is coming from the northeast, so that's a precursor for the future. So there's still, let's have a look at what the currents are doing here. Okay, I'm not sure what's causing that, but anyway, they've got a generally current going to the west, so that's pretty, that's assisting where they're going, and makes it challenging if they do get a low pressure system down south with a southwesterly slant into its wind against tide as well, which makes it a bit messy. Anyway, we're preempting ourselves a bit here, so we'll come back and have a look. I like putting these grids in. It gives you a perspective on the size and distances. Okay, while we're there, I'm just going to go through the weather, and then we'll look at the position. So if we bang that through, come on. That should be working now. Oh, my computer is on the edge. I've got to tell you that. I'll tell you the story in a minute. This is scary. Why is that not working? Maybe because there's something going on here, boy. My computer crashed, and I'm living on borrowed time, I think. Something's not happening on click and drag. Yeah, okay. Rightio, so it's dropping off a bit, just slowly but surely. Yes, it's dropping off a bit, but still pretty solid. Yep, okay. So what they've got now is giving them a bit of a boost, and it looks like those that are leaving later will have a little bit softer weather. There's the 23rd. Yeah, it's getting a bit softer. So once again, the leaders are going to get a bit of a break, a bit of a bang, but they've gone out into some solid seas. They're probably 3.5 metre seas by the look of that. So we'll now pick up here. Renault's holding the lead again, and we'll work out the relative distances. So starting back here, Kerry's doing 5.5. Did this roll over? No. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got real-time positioning now. There's no delay, and that's showing 4 o'clock. It should be better than that. So I'm going to try, keep fingers crossed, everybody. We're going to just reboot and try and catch up, and hopefully everything's going. The computer crash was quite a serious one. I couldn't start it up. I tried to correct myself 3 times. Made me wait for 2 half-hour sessions, and we're all a bit worried about that. Okay, so it's still working. Let's see what the timeline is. 8 o'clock, that's better. Okay, so we're there. Sorry about the delays. We'll get the weather down here. Come on, get out of there. Rightio, here comes the wind. Right, okay, so Kerry, right now, he's still on 4. Maybe that was the problem. Okay, so Kerry's tracker's not locked in for some reason. So he'll be 4 hours closer to Dan than it's showing, and that's all fine. He he's got 5.5 knots and 24 miles. Doesn't really mean much. Dan's doing 6 knots, 109 miles. Renault's doing 5.7 knots and 139 miles. So that's pretty cool. He's making pretty good ground on that one. And distances, let's just have a peek at Dan and Renault. So about 45 miles, 45 miles behind Renault at the moment. And Kerry will be, say, 6 4s of 24, so he'll be 24 miles closer. So he's about 100 miles. Okay, so Kerry is about 100 miles behind Renault. I think that's about it. So I'm going to, I think we've seen everything we need to see there. I'll quickly come back and I'll read you the updates of all the people now. Pretty simple tracker. Here I am. So we've got this WhatsApp group, which is going to work really well, but I've got to catch up a few days here. So entrant reports. I'll go back to the very beginning. Here we go. New group. Kerry. Capuchinet, 18th of September. That was yesterday. Depart Cocos. And it was blowing 25 knots, and it's all in French, but that's fine. So he left in 25 knots. Destination Rodriguez. Eric. They're just reporting through Brenda. Kerry paddled. Kerry did like a 5-mile paddle on his sup. So he went right over to Home Island to pick up an important delivery. It wasn't there. And he had a quick downwind leg on his sup, another 5 miles back, and he's leaving this morning, so he's already gone. Okay, and Peeler, today I'm preparing Peter Punk for tomorrow night's departure. I hope to have enough strength to raise the anchor in this wind. I've noticed it's quite low. At night, there's usually a bit more wind. I'll set the mainsail with 2 reefs and leave the anchor almost vertical. And try and pull it out, obviously. That's what she's saying. I'll pull and see what happens. Maybe Friday morning I'll do a test run to make sure I won't have a problem at night. If not, I'll find a plan B. So she's worried about the recovery of the anchor. From Jacob, I saw... Oh, that was to Jacob saw Kerry battling to get back in the wind on his sup. Christian, this was today's date. Preparing Argo step by step. Skin is good, no changes on the shoulder problem. It's still painful, but it'll do. Provisioning with fresh food, not possible. It's very expensive there, and sometimes they sell out quickly. Provisioning aeroplane coming today, but the shops are closed on Saturday because of a special event on the island. Anyway, enjoying the company with the friends, Direction Island, beautiful snorkeling, having a coconut every morning. So that's it. And I just saw Brenda send in a report. There's not his day, so they have a day every week, but I can't see it there. So anyway, so that's the new process. So we'll get more news. It's going to be quite cool, and everything's going really well. We've got a lot of interest in the next races. Big reaction to Kerry. Kerry's been appointed the race director for the Globe 580 Transat at the end of next year, which is cool. He's also the assistant race director for the Golden Globe. So he's running a couple of hats there. So he'll do the Golden Globe start during August and start on 6th of September, and then he'll head down to Lagos and all the rest of it. And Jane and I'll be down there as well, doing all sorts for Transat. So that's looking good. Okay, so I've got a question here from Aeronautic. Any problems with the hydrovane? No, I haven't heard any issues with problems with the hydrovanes. Great to see you back too, Isla, and Miguel, good to have all the news. Yeah, it's actually quite good. So, and even Renault sent his news in French, but I can sort of understand French when I know what the subject is, and I know what the subject is, so that's fine. So anyway, it's all very good. The game's changing now. They're gently moving in towards this whole new realm of weather between here and Mauritius. And then after that, it gets even more interesting. So we'll talk more about that as we go. So anyway, all good. See you later. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow. Might be late, but no, it should be okay. It should be okay. I should be there. Okay, see ya.